I want to be able to use this for my Facebook since I can't go live because these Drake glizzy gobblers got my, you know what I'm saying? I can't go live on Facebook because these Drake fans are little bitches. Okay, so I made a post though, and I'm going to break this down in a way so you can understand this will support why I believe the government is starting to change their mind optically on crypto. So here's the post that I made. It says $3,000 a week for life or $3 million upfront tax free. So I posted this poll on my Facebook page and a couple groups as well. And we're going to look at some of the answers, right? Let's look at some of the answers. So we have some people that are saying, hey, I want the 3,000 weekly. I think I can make it past 7 years. That means they didn't do the math. If you do the math, this is a very easy question to answer, right? Some people said 3 million up front. I almost wanted to take some of these comments down because I didn't like the fact that they were giving the answers. But I'm glad that they did the math, right? 3 million up front. It would take 214 years for $3,000 a week to equal 3 million. Not true. Not true. 3 mil, I'm flipping one. If I was younger, I'd take 3K, but at my age, 3 million up front, 3 million up front. Depends. I'm 63. I take the 3 million under 30 years old. I would take 3K a week. 3 million up front, 3 million up front. 3 million. Some people say 3K a week, 3K a week for life. 3K. Here's the real math from my boy OC. At 3K, it will take 19 years to get 3 mil, and that is a fact. So let's do the math. At 3,000 a week, it would take you nearly 20 years to get the same 3 million that you could have right now. Now, the problem with that is you're not guaranteed 20 years. The other problem with that is with the value of the dollar going down so rapidly, within 10 years, that 3K a month won't be, or that 3K a week won't be the same. But to be fair, 3K a week is about 150,000 per year, right? So 3 million up front tax free. How can you make 3,000 a week if you took the 3 million up front? Let's do the math. If you could put that 3 million in a space that only creates 5% interest, that would be 150,000 a year, aka 3,000 a week. Plus, you would still have the 3 million. So that would be like having $150,000 a year job that you don't have to go to work. So you can still keep your job. You can pursue some of your dreams. You can travel. Hey, if you could live off of 2,000 a week, you could put 1,000 a week back into compounding the interest of the 3 million. Now you're making like 4,000 a week, right? So a lot of people, I think what they tried to do is they wanted to take the approach of let me be fiscally responsible or I don't trust myself with the lump sum, or I don't have any method of stretching that out or making it work for yourself. But this is what rich people do. 3K. A lot of people were taking the 3,000 a week, but like I said, if you could put that 3 million to work at just 5%, you're going to get that 3K a week and still have the 3 million. That means you could take $1 million. That means you could, start a business. It means you could reinvest in other things. It means you could just enjoy your life, enjoy your kids, enjoy your family, and still have more money than most people make a year, which is 150,000. But a lot of people don't do the math, right? Now, what could you put 3 million into that would accumulate 5%? Most bank accounts won't. Matter of fact, most bank accounts won't insure 3 million. You'd have to break it up in so many accounts. Assets. That's what you have to put it into. This is what Michael Saylor and other billionaires understand. The cash is trash. You have to hold assets. Now we're going to talk about DeFi, right? Decentralized finance has different protocols in which you can hold stable coins if you're afraid of the fluctuation of crypto market. You could put 3 million into Tether or the DAI stable token or the Circle stable coin. Stake it at 5%, which is typically what you can get in most protocols, or lend it in a collateral debt position, which means that you're guaranteed to get the money back. No one can borrow without collateral, so you don't have to risk not, getting the repaid or not being able to take your money out. And they're typically paying 5 to 8%. So in other words, if you don't like the volatility of the market, you can easily find protocols where you could take that 3 million, put it in a stable coin that doesn't fluctuate, doesn't go up, doesn't go down, and you can still earn an easy 5%. And you can live off of that $3,000 a week that it would create. Now, if you don't mind the volatility of the market, there's coins that you can stake, right? Like Cosmos at 22%. Now, I get it. That's volatile. You don't know Cosmos. It could go up. It could go down. But the idea is this, especially right now where we're at in the market, meaning that we typically will see at this point moving forward in the next year and a half, we're going to see the crypto market go on a parabolic bull run. Right, but let's just say, play devil's advocate. You put it in 3 million worth of Cosmos, which is staked at 22%. If it stays even at the price it is now, that would bring you, what's that? 200, 400, 660,000, something like that, right? A year, which would be what? 600,000 a year, blah, blah, blah. You break that down, 60,000 a month, let's say, a little bit less than that. Now you're looking at about 10,000 a week, right? Now, of course, it could go down. Like, let's say it goes down 10%, well, you're still getting 12% a year. Say it goes down 15%, well, you're still getting 7% a year. Of course, that's more of a risk. Or you prefer stocks. The point is, with 3 million up front, over 3,000 a week, all you have to do is be able to find a way to make a 5% yield per year, and you're getting that 3K a week, plus you still have the 3 million. So for those who said 3 million, you are correct. If you know how to do what rich people do, which is make your money make money. There are some online banks that will give you a 5% because they don't have the overhead that a traditional brick and mortar has. So there's that. So with that type of thinking, now you understand why rich people prefer assets. You understand why rich people are starting to buy up Bitcoin and other cryptos. You understand why rich people don't keep a lot of cash on hand. They keep their money. Real estate is another one. Do you think that you can buy real estate that would appreciate at 5%? The 3 million? If so, there you go. But this is the kind of the thinking that, we have to start. Those people who weren't raised with a lot of money, who weren't born millionaires, who, who are trying to navigate with a depreciating dollar and increasing prices of cost of living. This is, the kind of thinking that you have to have. You can't save your way to wealth. I seen a statistic earlier about percentages of wealthy people. Most of them are entrepreneurs, I think 75%. And then like 12% of them are investors. And then some of them are like, athletes and stuff like that. None of them are employees. You cannot save your way to wealth. You have to put your money in something that yields percentages at this point in time. You have to. Investment vehicles like BlackRock. Listen, BlackRock is the largest asset manager in the world. Do you think they're buying up all of these assets like Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin, but Bitcoin, other cryptos as well? Do you think they're buying these up because they don't think they're going to make money? Do you think Fidelity, ARK Investment, Grayscale, do you think all of these companies are buying up Bitcoin to create ETFs because they don't think it's going to make money? Do you think the government's willing to even consider, the federal government is willing to consider accepting crypto or Bitcoin specifically for taxes if they don't believe that it's going to increase? See, some people don't understand it. They're still not, they're still not paying attention because a lot of this stuff isn't mainstream.